Good morning everyone. Welcome to the English class. I hope you have already gone through the poem and the first part of the exercises once again. Let's see the rest of the exercises today. So all of you please take your English reader and turn to page number 33. The next section is about grammar. So before moving into the questions, let's revise some grammar lessons that you have already learned in your previous classes. So you've already learned what are subject pronouns and object pronouns. So what do you mean by subject and object? The person, the place or the thing that you're talking about, that we are referring to, is the subject of the sentence. The one or the person or the thing that is responsible for an action, for the verb, is called the subject. And who is getting or where the effect of the action is happening is called the object. So look at these sentences given here. Ruddy Fox started down the long little path. Ruddy Fox was late already. Here the subject is Ruddy Fox and it is also the noun in the sentence. And here the name Ruddy Fox, the noun is striked off and the word he is used there. Ruddy Fox started down the long little path. He was late already. So this word he is used in place of the noun Ruddy Fox. So the words which we use in place of a noun is called a pronoun. He is a pronoun and he, which is referring to Ruddy Fox, the noun or the subject of the sentence. That pronoun that you are using in place of the subject is called a subject pronoun. Here is one more example. I met a terrible monster. The monster frightened me. And after rewriting, the monster in the second sentence is struck off and the pronoun it is used there. I met a terrible monster. It frightened me. So instead of the subject or the noun monster, the pronoun it is used. So the pronoun used in place of a subject is called subject pronoun. Words such as I, you, he, she, it, they and we are subject pronouns. And what about object pronouns? Look at the sentences given here. My name is Reddy, said Ruddy Fox. Nobody can frighten me. Do you see the word me highlighted there? It is a pronoun used. So in the example, Peter Rabbit and Ruddy Fox were friends. Everybody liked them. The word them is used instead of writing everybody liked Peter Rabbit and Ruddy Fox. Them is used in place of Peter Rabbit and Ruddy Fox in the second sentence. So the words me and them are used as pronouns in place of the objects underlined here. So pronouns used in place of an object are called object pronouns. Just as in these examples. Peter Rabbit was very clever. Nobody could trick Peter Rabbit. Instead of writing Peter Rabbit here again, you can use the pronoun him. So that it is Peter Rabbit was very clever. Nobody could trick him. The pronoun him is used instead of writing Peter Rabbit again. So pronouns such as these are called object pronouns. There is one more example given here. Peter Rabbit and Ruddy Fox were friends. Everybody liked them. Here, Peter Rabbit and Ruddy Fox are considered as the object and instead of writing everybody liked Peter Rabbit and Ruddy Fox again, you can write everybody liked them. Them is the object pronoun used here. So I hope you are clear with the concepts of subject pronouns and object pronouns. Now, let's move on to the grammar exercises, which is in page number 33. The first question, question A, rewrite these sentences using the correct pronouns. And question number 1, Sana took the book and opened them. How do you rewrite it correctly? Sana took the book and opened them. Here in this sentence, Sana is taking only one book. So it is a singular subject. So which is the correct pronoun that should be used here? Is it them? No, it should not be them. How do you rewrite it correctly? Sana took the book and opened it. Instead of them, the correct pronoun to be used here is it. Now the second one. Can us go to the book fair? Ronnie pleaded. Is the sentence correct? What should be the correct pronoun to be used there? It should be correctly written as can we go to the book fair? Ronnie pleaded. Instead of can us go the book fair, you have to write can we go to the book fair. Now the third question. My friends went to Shimla and so did them. Is them the correct pronoun to be used here? No. It should be correctly written as my friends went to Shimla and so did we. Now the fourth question. We have a new maths teacher. Him is very nice. Is him the correct pronoun to be used here? No. We have a new maths teacher. He is very nice. Instead of writing maths teacher is very nice, you can write he is very nice. And note that you are writing the name of a subject here, maths. So you have to use a capital M there. The next question, Riya and Amit asked, are these toys for we? Are these toys for we? Is we the correct pronoun? No, it should be Riya and Amit asked, are these toys for us? Not we, it should be us. Now the sixth question, the child gave a bunch of flowers to she. She is not the correct pronoun to be used there. The correct pronoun here is the child gave a bunch of flowers to her. Not she, it should be her. I gave the map and the book to they. I gave the map and the book to them. Instead of they, the correct pronoun is them. Now question 8. Me loved the roses you gave I. It should be I loved the roses you gave me. Hope you are clear with these questions. Now let's see the next section. Fill in the blanks with the correct words from the brackets. So children, here you can see 5 questions given there. There are 2 choices given for each question. You have to choose the correct option to fill in and complete the sentence. You can do this as an activity now. Please pause the video, choose the correct option for each question. You can finish the activity and come back. Hope you are done with that. Now let's see each question one by one. The first one, Dash will participate in the competition next week. Is it I or me? It should be I will participate in the competition next week. Second question, please lend this book to. Is it I or me? Do we say please lend this book to I? It should be please lend this book to me. And the third one, my uncle and aunt write a letter to Dash every month. Is it we or us? My uncle and aunt write a letter to us every month. Question 4. Paula is my friend. Dash go to school together. Is it we go to school together or us go to school together? It should be we go to school together. And question 5. Betty brought chocolates for the children. The children got excited when Dash saw Dash. It should be Betty brought chocolates for the children. The children got excited when they saw them. I hope you got all the answers correct. Now the next set is section C. Identify the incorrect pronouns, if any, and rewrite the sentences with the correct one. The first question is, the duck is quacking in the water. They look happy. And which is the subject here? The subject here is the duck. The duck is quacking in the water. And they look happy. Here the pronoun used is they. But the subject is a singular subject, the duck. So is they the correct pronoun to be used here? It is it looks happy. So this one I have given you as an example. You can complete the rest of the questions as an activity now. Please pause the video, finish all the 6 sentences and come back. Hope you are done with that. Now let's see the answers one by one. The duck is quacking in the water. They look happy. It should be the duck is quacking in the water. It looks happy. The second one, this is a shark. Us is a big creature. This is a shark. The incorrect pronoun there is us. So we are talking about one shark. So it should be, it is a big creature. Now let's see the next question. The sum is easy. We can be done easily. Instead of we, you have to use it. It can be done easily. Now question number 4. This is Ritesh. It lives in Agra. So instead of it, you have to use he lives in Agra. Now question 5. Mary had a little lamb. It had white fleece. Mary had a little lamb. It had white fleece. Here the correct pronoun is used. It is used here and it is the correct pronoun. So these sentences are correct. You don't have to rewrite it. Now the 6th question. Flopsy was naughty. Them chewed the blue slippers. Instead of them, you have to write it chewed the blue slippers. Hope you got all the answers correct. Now the next section is speaking, expressing opinions. Adventures can be fun, but they can also be extremely dangerous. Write down and express how you feel about adventures. Share your opinion with the class. Hints: do you like or dislike the idea of having an adventure? What makes adventures fun or not fun for you? If given a choice, would you go on adventures or read about them in books and why? So, this exercise lets you express your opinion about adventures. Whether you like it or whether you dislike it, whether you want to go for an adventure or is it fun for you or you are scared of adventures, what you think about adventures. You can write your opinion about adventures as an activity in your notebook. Once you have written your opinion, you can take a picture and send us through Teams. Let's move on to the next section of exercise. It's about punctuation and using apostrophe in short forms. So we have already learned how to shorten words using apostrophes so that it will be easy to read them. This exercise is about using apostrophes in such cases. The question is, rewrite this letter, insert the apostrophe in the correct places. So you all know the rhyme of Humpty and Dumpty. So this letter is like Humpty Dumpty is writing a letter to all the king's men. Let's read the letter. Dear all the king's men, help, it seems you have forgotten me. I'm still lying here next to the wall. I don't mean to trouble you. I know you're busy with the king's work, but I'm worried. The owner of the restaurant across the street may come and I may land up on somebody's plate. Sincerely, Humpty Dumpty. This is a fun letter, and in this letter, you can see in some words apostrophes are used to shorten them, but they are used incorrectly. Look at this. Dear all the king's men is referring to the king's men. So is the apostrophe placed in the correct position? Is it after the S or between G and S? It should be king apostrophe S. Similarly, here it seems you have forgotten me. When you are shortening you and have, you have to put the apostrophe in between this you and this we. Similarly, there are different places where the apostrophe is used in incorrect places. You have to find out in which all places the apostrophe is placed incorrectly and rewrite this letter in your notebook. You can do this as an activity now. Please pause the video, finish it and come back. Hope you are done with that. Now let's see how we can rewrite this. It should be, dear all the king's men. See the apostrophe used correctly here. Help, it seems you have forgotten me. See, the apostrophe is between you and we. I am still lying here next to the wall. Here, when you are shortening I am, the apostrophe between should be between I and am without a space in between. I don't mean to trouble you. Don't. The apostrophe should be between N and T. I know you are busy with the king's work, but I am worried. When you shorten you are, here the apostrophe is placed between you and are without the space in between and there is no A in between. The owner of the restaurant across the street may come and I may land upon somebody's plate. So here the apostrophe should be between Y and S instead of after S as given in the question. Sincerely, Humpty Dumpty. I hope you got all the apostrophes in correct places when you rewrote it. Now, the next exercise is also an activity for the day. It's about writing a recipe. So all of you know what a recipe means. In the case of cooking, a recipe means you're going to list out all the ingredients to be used in that dish with the quantity of each ingredient to be used, and also you have to mention the method to prepare that dish. Let's read the question given here. You already know how to write a recipe for a delicious dish. Now use the same style to write a recipe for an adventure. Hint: remember to use your imagination. Here is a sample you can follow. And here you are given a fun recipe. So this is one exercise that is going to light up your imagination. Just as you write a recipe for preparing a delicious dish, you are asked to write a recipe for an adventure. A sample recipe is given here, recipe for laughter. How to have a good laughter. Let's go through that recipe as a sample. You will need a perfect setting, good mood, a funny joke, a couple of friends, a bowl full of humor, a dash of mischief, and the methods are: ensure that your setting is perfect and everyone is in a good mood. Gather your friends around, crack the joke, make sure you deliver it perfectly with a big dose of humor and a dash of mischief. Your instant laughter is ready. Enjoy. So this is a fun exercise. You can use your imagination, think about it, and how you view an adventure, how you like it, or how you want an adventure to be, and what all things to be included in an adventure. All these you can include in this recipe. So this fun activity you can write in the space provided in the textbook itself. Do this as an activity for the day. Take a picture and send it through Teams. So that's all for today, children. We'll meet in the next class with a very new chapter. Till then, bye.